worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.
Hello, good morning. Rebecca with Thrifting with Rebecca. I'm doing my vlog from my car. I'm waiting to go to work, so that's how I'm going to do it. All right, I wanted to talk about Whatnot auction I did last night, and I want to talk about the issue of bookmarks and shipping on Whatnot. Now, after this, I'll show you a video of what I sold last night in my auction. My auction went really well. I sold 40 items. It was great. I had fun. There were a lot of cool people in there. And I have veered lately to items that are more smaller than bigger because of shipping. And I seem to, when I stick to a smaller size, and by smaller, I mean maybe like this or smaller, I move a lot more volume and I make more money than I do waiting to sell a big vase, you know, that might not sell for 3 or 4 auctions. So that has worked out really well for me. And I'm now at around 1,300 and something items sold. And this week is my anniversary week on Whatnot, my first week a year ago that I started. And it's been a game changer for me. Now, let's talk. I wanted to talk about the bookmark thing. Somebody on Facebook in the Whatnot page had asked a question about bookmarks and should they be worried if they didn't have any bookmarks for their show. Now, I do not worry about bookmarks. I used to panic. It used to stress me out that nobody was bookmarking my show or something like that. But I don't worry about it anymore. I don't think about it anymore because people go into even, you know, big influencers sales and bookmark them, or, you know, just popular seller sales and bookmark them, and then most of them don't show. You know, somebody could have like 100 bookmarks and like 40 other people show up. You know, because a lot of people bookmark and then they forget the ones that they bookmarked. So and it doesn't matter because they're hopping around from auction to auction. Everybody is doing that. Even people that are going into, like, say, Crazy Lamp Lady sales, or you know, the influencers or high sellers, you know, they go to their sales, but they also are jumping in and out of other people's sales because, you know, they're looking for specific things. So if that person doesn't have it, then they're jumping around looking through people's stores to find what they want. So, you know, I often only get like 1 to 10 bookmarks on my auctions, but yet I always have a steady stream of people, you know, so that's why I do not worry about it. I look more for that 1 or 2 buyer out of the 12 to 15 people that are in your room, the 1 or 2 buyers that are there to actually buy, and they will buy multiple items, and then once they start buying, other people start buying, and you know, it becomes a thing. So you got to stop stressing about that. It will be stressful at first if you're new at selling because you know, you're not well known yet. Your name isn't out there. So yeah, that's probably why I worried in the beginning, was because I wasn't well known or anything yet. So, you know, but even now, I am pretty well known and Whatnot, and I am on, I've been on there a year, and, but I still only get like between 1 and 15 bookmarks, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect anything because people are going from auction to auction, so they're going to eventually land in yours. You know, if a bigger seller than you is on before you, they're eventually going to go off, and then those people are looking for somewhere to go too. So you can't, that's why I'm saying don't stress yourself out about bookmarks. The more you do sales, if you keep a steady pace while doing your sale, you know, it's fine to talk during your auction and all that, but just keep putting things up for auction. Even if when you first start your sale, there's only 2 or 3 people, just start selling stuff. Because what I do is I number my items 1 through say 55 or something. So even if people don't start coming in until I'm on my 6th item, they can just go back and look at what I already ran, and they can say, hey, could you go back to number 3 or whatever, and then there you go, and you made a sale. So don't worry about that kind of stuff. I get some regulars, and then I get a lot of new people. I tend to get a lot of new buyers a lot, which they are the people that are buying. Those new buyers are the ones that will come in and buy 4 to 5 items, or collectors. When there's people that are collectors that come in my sales, I like to talk to them because, they know about what they're looking for. They know they've done the research on it because they're collecting it. So they would want to know, what they're getting into. So them, I really like to talk to them because you can learn from them. They're pros at it. So, yeah. So what I was saying about, once you start the auction, just keep running items. Don't take huge amounts of time to go do other things, because you lose people that way. So I try to run an auction steadily, and I do my auctions where I run quickly through I run through the list, probably within an hour. And then I always, right when I'm coming to the end of the list, I'll say, okay, I'm coming to the end of my list, but I'm going to start rerunning stuff. And I'm going to hang out now for a little bit. And then I can take my time. Then once I've went through it, then the second round, I can hang out and talk to people more. And that is usually when I sell the most stuff, on that second run. And I don't rerun everything. I just pick and choose things to run myself at that point. I don't go, through the numbered list. I pick things. Usually I start with the smaller items, or, if I get rated, then I do the more popular items and stuff like that. And the rating thing is very cool. I have been rated a lot of times. You gotta not let it stress you out when it happens. It just benefits you. They're good people. They're coming to buy, and I just keep going. I just keep going. I don't sit there and change what I'm doing because these people came in, because the people that were already in your sale have been watching, and they're already waiting while you do stuff. So to change it and then make them, have to sit there and wait for, it don't make sense. If you get rated and a bunch of people come in, they can just go in your store, look what you ran, and they can call out numbers. So usually when people come in like that on a raid, or I can see 5 or 6 new people have joined, I'll be like, hey guys, I've feel free to look through the list, shout out any numbers, whether I ran it before or not. I will go back to it for you real quick. There's plenty of items, and buy it now to help with shipping. That's all you can do, and just keep going. Don't panic that a bunch of people came in. They want you to just keep going. They're there to buy. The whole excitement of the raid happened for a few seconds, but now they're there and they want to see what you got. So just keep going with what you have. And people will try to tell you to do things. I've had people say, hey, run your best stuff, or do a giveaway. No. This is my sale. And I appreciate that you came by. I do. But I will keep going because, there were already people here watching and, waiting for certain things. So I will just keep going as if, and thank everybody that's came in. Thank the person that rated me. Tell them I appreciate that. And I keep going. I do not do giveaways. I do giveaways. I do at certain numbers in the list. Like if I have 60 items and I have 3 giveaways, I do one every 20 items. I do not run out the 5-minute clock. I tell them, I'm going to hit go. If you want this, I'm counting to 10 and drawing. That's it. I'm out. I'm not going to spend 5 minutes on a giveaway. That doesn't even make sense to me, that it's that long. You should at least have an option how long to change the time on that. I could see if you have hundreds of people, but it's the people that were already in your sale. They should, they want the giveaway, so they should be able to get right in there and have a shot at it. So I usually say I'm going to count to 10, and that's it, and that works really well. People like that. They don't like me having to wait out the 5 minutes. So okay, now the shipping thing. Now, okay, people are really stressed about the change in the shipping, but I have not changed anything about my shipping. I haven't changed a thing. I don't know why everyone's stressing out about it. Now, I do it like this. Like 3 years ago when I first started on Whatnot, or no, when I first started reselling. Sorry. I of course, like a lot of you, started from watching Crazy Lamp Lady, and she did a video about shipping. Her and Andrew were talking about how they do shipping, and I have followed that formula since that day, and it has worked. It has worked for me because I sell a lot of the same things she does, so I knew that would work for me too. And I mean, obviously she sells a lot of high-end stuff. I don't sell real high-end stuff, but she sells glass, ceramics, pottery, so you get the gist. So anyway, here's how it went. Okay, like say I'm gonna sell these glasses, all right? Say these glasses weigh 8 ounces. So when I list my item, I put the name, the description, you go to the next thing, it says price and the weight. I will say it's 8 ounces, and then I will add on a few ounces for the bubble wrap and the box, or if it's a bag, whatever it is that you're gonna put it in. I realize that this is shaped a certain way, but it doesn't make sense. You got to stop worrying about the shape of the box. It's more about the weight of the package. So whatever it is, say it's a coffee mug. Coffee mug's usually around 1 pound, 12 ounces or so, depending on how big it is. So if I had a coffee mug that was 1 pound and 12 ounces, I would probably say it's 2 pounds. And that will, because I know people think that the paper doesn't weigh much, but I try to make it as if the item is floating in the middle of the box. Okay, and so it's surrounded in paper, so that no matter which way it gets kicked or thrown or anything, it's not moving. It's just staying in the middle of the box. That's the whole point, to get it to the person intact. There will be mistakes, obviously. Things will break. That is, you can't avoid it. It's going to happen. You can just, adjust for that. But, so that's what I do. If you sat there and had to put every single item you have in a box, wrap it up, put it in a box, weigh it, and then listed it, that would take you forever. You'll never be doing any auctions. It would take forever. So weigh the item. Add on ounces or whatever for the paper and the box. That's all you got to do. They're not asking you the dimensions on there. They only ask you they only put the dimensions when you go to do the shipping. But I have not once, not in 1,300 items, changed those dimensions. I do not change the label. If I did the weight right, it doesn't matter what the size of the box is, because I could say, okay, this is 4x4x4x4 box or something. It's more like 6x6, whatever. But what if Jenny, who bought this, also bought 3 other items? Now the size of your box is different, right? Because they Whatnot bundles the items together, and now the box is different. So you don't have to change the box, the dimensions of the box. You just simply weigh it right. Weigh the item, add some ounces for the paper and the box, and you're good. I as long as I put that weight in right when I list the item, I just go generate the label, unless I'm gonna unbundle it. Okay, so say I got 3 items somebody bought 3 of these, and then they bought a vase this size. Obviously, I don't want the vase in that, like if it's not these, but like say 3 pieces of glass and then the big vase. I unbundle that because I don't want the vase to destroy the other pieces, or the other pieces to destroy the vase. So sometimes you will get charged for that, a few dollars, to unbundle that one item from those 4. I know I can package those 3 together, but I want that bigger vase to get there intact, so I'm going to unbundle it. And I will pay that. I will pay the few dollars they ask, just so, because the item getting to them intact is more important to me, because, you know, their word of mouth, their review, their appreciation, and them coming back to buy from you. I have repeat buyers because of how I ship. No, I don't ship perfectly. Obviously, I have mistakes. Things happen. But I do the very best I can to get the items there intact. So with the shipping, and this is specifically just for people that sell glass and ceramics and pottery, what I sell. I'm not speaking to jewelry or clothes or Funko Pops or anything like that. I'm just speaking in my field. As long as you do the weight right when you do it, don't go and change the dimensions of the box. Don't do that. You're just going to stress yourself out, and you didn't even have to do it. I have not done it, not once, in 1,300 items. Not once. And Whatnot has not said a word. No one has. No one has said anything to me about it. Everything, as long as the weight is good, you're good. Okay? So feel free to message me, thriftingwithrebecca1@gmail.com. If you have any questions about it, I will help you out. I don't mind helping other sellers, and especially newer sellers. I do that often. I get messages from people. I tend to get a lot of newbies in my sales, and they'll come in and ask all kinds of questions. So, yeah. So just remember, don't worry about bookmarks. Do your sales. Go into other people's auctions and follow people. If you want people to come to your sales, if they don't know about you, they're not coming. So you have to follow people, because then they will follow you. And every time you have a sale, they will get notified. Everybody will get notified you're having it. You know, and they'll start to remember. They'll remember your name. And then they'll look for you. They'll look for you in the list. Oh, I've been to her sales. I like her. Or I trust them. And, you know, stuff like that. You want to build a following. So follow everybody you can. And most of them will follow back, because they also need followers. So, and then with shipping, like I said, don't stress out about it. As long as you do your weight right, you're good. Just generate the label. Or unbundle bigger items if you need to do that. But otherwise, stop worrying about the dimension. Okay? So anyway, I did really well last night. I sold 40 items. It went really well. I have a favorite customer of mine. His name is King Genzo 27. His name is Jeff. And he comes in and buys, every time I have any Murano or Empoli or Viking, it's like he always comes in to buy it. So he came in and swiped me out of that, out of that stuff. So, I want to say thank you to everybody that came last night. It was great. We had a good time. And, so I got to get ready to go to work. I wanted to just do this real quick. Like I said, feel free to message me, ask me questions. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hearts worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.